upstairs.
So the way you learn, hold on, your tenant sends you a text on March 19th, just a few days later, showing you that the water is dripping. So what did you do? I sent a
Hi everyone. So welcome to
When
Monday's
did you send the
stream.
email, Mr. Barbarino?
I am live on YouTube.
March
Hey
20th.
YouTube.
Okay.
And I'm also live on Instagram. So you're able to go to one or the other, both, whatever you want to do. Yes, no questions, update about my life, whatever it is you've come for, and I will be here for it. So I don't have the TV on. I just turned it off. I just turned it off. So, but anyway, yeah. So basically, just let me know what you are wanting to. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. What you are wanting to know. I'm doing yes no questions. And yeah, hopefully we'll have some people that have some really good questions that they want answered. So let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to get Instagram up and going. hmm. Is there a problem with Instagram today? Let's try that again. So I might just be live here, guys. It might just be here. It might just be here. Hmm. Okay. Let's do it this way. Let's do it that way. Oh no, it was just that time. Okay, it was that moment. Okay, so let me put the podcast information, all the things I normally do. Welcome, welcome. Um, yeah, so I don't know what's everybody doing today. Tomorrow is July 4th. I don't expect to have too many people here, but it's also a good day to just relax and kind of enjoy yourself as well. So, it's just a good day. It's a good feeling. I'm so sorry about that. We've been getting the apartment done and things have been happening, like, fixing the apartment and, just because things have been not good for a long time, meaning broken or whatever. So finally they were able to do it. And oh, look, let's do it July 4th weekend. So it just took a long time to get things together. So I guess I'm tired from that because I had like contractors and oh my goodness, it was just constant in here. But it's fixed. So everything is fixed. Brand new things given. So I guess it was worth it. Just tired a little bit. Anyway, yeah. So let me know what you want to do, what you're thinking about. And yes, no questions. Oh, I said I was gonna post something. See, yes, no questions. And I should be back. Cross my fingers to do a read on next week Monday. Next week Monday. So I'm getting a lot of mobility to this right arm because that's my dominant arm when I'm doing tarot or oracle or anything. That's the dominant arm. The left arm is the one that was initially injured, so that one is always a little slower. I think it's gonna be like that for the rest of my life, the remainder of my life, because it's just really slow. It just doesn't, but that's part of what I had to deal with. So from the accident. But anyway, but as I'm saying, the right arm is coming back. Thank you for watching my shorts. I've got like one short, which I didn't even think, but I put the caption on the short. I put it too close to the middle of the screen. So in the end, it could have been a beautiful picture in the end. And I was looking, I was like, oh, you had to put that right there. I was gonna pull it down, but that has a lot of views on it. It's got like I think it's 258 views in like 24 hours. I mean, the cat, he got 1.5 thousand in 24 hours, but it's not bad. So I don't want to pull it as it has, views on it. But a lot of my shorts, I don't expect to have a lot of views because I'm more about nature and that sort of thing, and the earth, and things that not a lot of people like. So I'm all right with it. That's why I say all the time, whoever hears me, comes to see me, watches my lives, when we're done, blessings to them because I'm here for them. But yeah, so shorts, that's what I've been doing for the past 3.5 weeks. Will be 4 next week. Time kind of flew though. Yes, I've been doing shorts, creating more shorts, and updating, little Miss Oreo, her web page, her YouTube, and her Instagram. But the problem is, like, one thing I didn't realize is, like, when your arm is hurting or something on your body is hurting, it's not like you could be like, oh yeah, let me record and walk the dog and this. Like, you can't do a whole lot of things because that entails your arms. So when I had the arm in a sling, I really thought I could do a lot of filming, and I couldn't because I was in pain. So I learned that lesson real quick, and she lost a few subbies, unfortunately. I was like, you lost subbies because mom, you didn't know what to do. So, hopefully she'll gain them back. So yeah, so that's about it basically. So if you are on Instagram, hello, how are you? So my name is Spirit Guide, and I have done a lot of readings on Instagram. I usually come on Instagram Tuesdays and Tuesday and Fridays. That's when I'm on Instagram, Tuesdays and Fridays. So, and I do live reads, I mean, yes, no's. And I also do reads, record them, and leave them there. Okay. You guys haven't seen me in the last 5 weeks on Instagram because as I was just explaining, right now, I'm on simulcast. So I'm on both YouTube and Instagram at the same time. Okay. So, I haven't been on Instagram that much because I injured myself. So I had to heal. I had a sling and everything. So you can't really do tarot that way. So, or oracle or anything. You can do stones. You can read stones, but that's not my gift set. So but anyway, so basically that's it. So Instagram, welcome. If you have a question, a yes no question, you can put it in the chat. You put it in the chat and I will definitely answer it. Today I'm able to pull um the Kipper deck. I can pull one or two of those. It'll just be an intuitive read, intuitive pull, meaning I'll tell you what I'm intuitively getting, and we'll see how the universe lines up what they give us when we go to do the card pull. So, yeah, and if you're on YouTube, hey, welcome. So, and thank you guys for watching the live playbacks. I see there's quite a few views on those live playbacks, so I'm good with that too. So anyway, so other business, let's see. Oh yes. So the read's coming up. So it will be on Monday. Monday just passed. Oh, today's Monday. Wait. Today is Monday. See, guys, I need to go back to work. Today is Monday. Okay. So yeah, so today I did not put a video out, I put a short out. I do have a video that's gonna come out next Monday. Mondays I typically am now doing lives. But I also will probably graduate it to Sunday. So Sundays I will do like Darrell Brooks and everybody else. I'll put those out on Sunday. And Monday will just be lives and some shorts. And Thursday, I don't think my arm is gonna be fully up to do a June read for all the signs. I know you guys miss them. I miss doing them. Trust me, I miss. But I'll put something out Thursday. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Might just be one card pull. But I'll see how that's gonna go. So anyway, so you may have another week of just shorts or day in the life videos or something that's really easy for me to record. So this way I can continue healing, okay? Um, so also I'm gonna put up in the community tab. I might as well do it now while I'm talking about it. Community tab, I'm gonna put up who do you want me to substitute or to add to our roster of people that I read, okay? Because I'm thinking of adding his name is Travis Rudolph, you know, the guy who just got acquitted. I'm really thinking about adding him because I'm getting a lot of messages for him. I'm getting like floods of things. So, I don't know, you know, I really don't know. Um, Sometimes when you get messages, you really do need to just, you know, give it, you know. It's just unfortunate. It's not great, but it's just, you know, it's in situations like that, it's very difficult to pick your life back up. Very difficult because you then become a political figure, right? You then become how people feel about certain topics, you know, and I'm just getting a lot of messages for him. So I really want to make sure my arm is fully okay, you know. But yeah, yeah, I really do send blessings out to him and his family because there's a road ahead of them. It's tough ahead. Yes, I'm posting the community board. Hold on one second. Let me get my thoughts together. Um, oh, is the volume up on this over here? Oh man, it might help if the volume's up on Instagram. Okay, I just did it, and it actually just showed up on my page, which is interesting. I didn't know it did that, so that's interesting. It's good. Oh, the video has 241 now. That's funny. Um, yeah. And hopefully you guys saw my short about Grimace. I was so upset about Grimace. I really had to make something about it. I was so upset. I was like, how you go and wish somebody a happy birthday and you have not put their face on one item that you are creating? I was really upset about that. Oh my gosh. Y'all just don't know how upset I was. I was like, how's it gonna, it's like a birthday cake with no one's picture on it, or a birthday cake and no one knows whose birthday it is. Like, it's crazy. So, you know, and I see other people are making Grimace, you know, TikToks and shorts and stuff like that. So I'm like, oop, did I start a trend again? You know. But yeah, so it was just one of those things. I was bothered. I even went to Twitter about it. I was bothered, you know, but I'm glad to know other people, you know, have said the same thing or similar things. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, don't forget I have a podcast. Don't forget I have a podcast. My podcast is on Spotify, okay? It is under Spirit Guide, and Spirit Guide is spelled exactly the way I spell it on YouTube. It is not spelled the way I spell it on Instagram. Instagram spelling of Spirit Guide is because of the availability of the name. There wasn't, that name and spelling was not available. So I had to abbreviate and I think it works. So that's it. But on Spotify, it is spelt the way it's supposed to be spelt. Okay. All right. So guess that's about it. I'll wait to see anyone comes on, or if there's any other topics. I'm trying to think any other like housekeeping I need to do. I talked about adding Travis Rudolph. Oh, I'm going to add it right now to the community tab, which I did not add. Hold on. Stop doing it then. Did you just lose a nail? I think he did. He just cracked his nail. Yep. Oh, hold on, guys. Come here. It's right here. Are you bleeding or something? Hold on, let me check on him. Ah, these senior citizen animals. All right, I think he's fine. Oh my goodness, he just scratched. He tried to scratch the bed, and his paw got stuck, and he pulled it, and he just lost a nail. Oh goodness! But I look, it's fine. It's not bleeding or anything. It looks like the nail was ready to split. Oh boy, I tell you. Anyway, no, he's fine. I just looked into it. He's fine. All right. Yeah, and he has a scratching post. That's the thing. He has a scratching post. And his scratching post, look, you just did that, and there you go messing with your sister's toys. You just did that. Yeah, I know he don't care. I know this cat doesn't care about anything. He just got finished losing half a nail, and he saw his sister's toy, and he went to go scoop it up and leave. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let me post in the community board. I thought we did. I post it already. Oh. Spirit Tribe, Grimace Shake. Maybe alive on Monday. Laundry Day video. Welcome subbies. I thought I posted it already. Okay. Yeah. So let me post this poll real quick. Should I add or should? Okay. So I just put it there. You guys let me know what you want to do. I don't mind adding him. 'Cause like I said, I have messages, but that was just, I mean, my personal opinion about it. I keep my personal opinion out of it because it's not for me to say about anybody else's situation. That's just how I live my life. But for me, it's kind of like, I can understand that he was found not guilty. But by the same token, it's like, okay, then what do you do now? Like, what do you do now? Because sometimes when you win, sometimes when we win, you lose, right? Sometimes when you win, you lose because you're a political figure now. What do you have to do with what can you do now? Who who's gonna what are you gonna do now? Where are you gonna go? And I heard him, he was on the steps of the courthouse, and my first time shuffling right now, guys. So I'm doing right now. A little pain in the right arm, so I'm just like doing it really slowly. But like I heard him on the courthouse stairs, and he's like, "Oh, I want to get back into the NFL." I was like, "Wow, really? Like, is that a thing?" Like, I don't know, guys. And those watching the replay, what do you think? You think he's going to be able to get back to what he was doing before? I mean, there are people who've done less, and cannot get back in the NFL that quick. I mean, look at like Michael Vick, right? Oh, he's someone else we could add to the list. Oh, let me put that up there. Michael Vick. I forgot about him. Like, what about Michael Vick? Right? He still hasn't come back from that whole dogfighting thing. Like, he still hasn't. So, I mean, hmm, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, you want to come back, yeah, you're happy and everything else like that, but is it realistic? Right? Like, is it realistic for this gentleman to feel like he can just come back? I don't know. Maybe I'll put that as a community question. And Michael Vick. Oh man. Guys, forgive me. I never know how to spell Michael. I don't know what the problem is with me. I just don't know how to do it. So it's gonna be a different way of spelling up there. But I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Like, does like do you think um do you think NFL should take back Travis Rudolph? Just want to know, like, yes or no. Text poll. Okay, we could do a text poll. Like, yes, of course, he won, or mm, no, too much. Let's see. Okay. All right, let me hear what you think about that. Because I just feel like, I don't know, I put myself in a position of all people. So I put myself in a position of course, Travis Rudolph. Yes, everything. He was acquitted. That's a great thing to happen. You don't have to worry about the stress of prison, the stress of every day trying to keep yourself safe, the stress of politics in there, the stress of missing your family. Like, you don't have to deal with any of that. Okay? You're free, you're clear, right? But then my thing is, you don't have to deal with that, but then there's other stressors now, right? There's stressors now that you're out. You got to deal with a community. You don't know how your community that you live in feels about that. You don't know how people on the street feel about it because it was on YouTube. Like, so there's a whole new area of stress there. And I'm telling you, the message I got, oh my gosh, I might just record a straight video about this message. I might just do that because I cannot shuffle. Like, I just did a shuffle for 20 seconds, it felt like, and my forearm was killing me. So, yeah. So anyway, so I may just do a straight message, like an intuitive message about what I'm hearing about him. But it's like, in America, how do you deal with that? And then I think of it from another point of view. If I was the people who their family of the people who lost their lives, how would I feel about that? you know I may be not happy. I'm going through some depression, maybe, if I was that family member, because not only did you do something to take someone from my family, but that may have been a favorite person of my family, but you now are walking the streets. And I'm like, in my mind, I think I would just be like, I would have to move, right? I wouldn't want to be around that. I wouldn't want to be reminded of it. And sometimes we don't realize, like, victims' families and victims, they go through a lot of, like, PTSD, right? And the trigger for the PTSD is the person who did it, you know so you got to deal with that as well, and then he's going to have to deal with the friends of the person. It's just so many facets. So it's like, yes, you don't have to go to prison. No, you're not going to be bothered with all that stress out there, which is really intense, right? I'm hearing. um but now you've got to deal with the stress as a free person in a community where possibly other people are feeling upset about it, because for their own reasons. Maybe some people had to do time over with less convincing circumstances, right? Maybe they couldn't afford a better lawyer. So they had to get a lawyer that maybe didn't believe in them, and therefore they had to do some time. And when they did time, now they're out and they're trying to deal with it. And they're seeing this person walk in front of them who had the money for an excellent attorney, had all the resources, and was able to fight the case. So I just think for me, I don't know how the NFL is going to react to it because he definitely did say he wants to go back to the NFL. And I'm like, how they going to do that though? Like, I don't. And then you got, like, if you're the NFL, you've got to deal with so many different parts, right? So here you have a player who, it's not like he didn't do it. He did it, but he was able to, do the self-defense, stand your ground, whatever you call it. And he was able to get off, right? So in saying that, then it's like, okay, NFL is about making money. This is a business, right? How is that going to work if they bring him back? Like, how many sponsors will they lose? Okay, will they gain sponsors? How do the sponsors feel about this whole situation? Maybe some of the sponsors are sponsors of guns or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's so many parts that are moving to this thing. And I feel like when he said, all I want to do is go back to the NFL and play ball, I'm thinking to myself, that is a really like naive statement to make, because there are so many moving parts to the fallout from this and the continued fallout and how people feel about one thing, and people equals dollars. And I hate to say that, but it's so true. People equals dollars. So if you've got 1 million people who have watched your YouTube video or your trial on YouTube, right? I think I had 1 million views on it. If you have 1 million people who've watched it, multiply that by 3. Okay. And that's how many people just on the surface you're going to have to get through their process. Some of them will be supporting him, and some of them will not be supporting, and some of them will be like me on the fence, and not so much I don't support, but I'm thinking of it from every person's point of view. I'm an empath. So it really weighs heavy on me, because not only do I think about it from everyone's point of view, I can feel it from everyone's point of view. So when he made that statement, I understood on one hand, he's like, okay, I'm done. Let me move on. But on the other hand, the empath in me was like, but wait a minute. Other people have different feelings about this now. This is not feelings that's okay, yeah, let me sweep it under the rug. It's not that at all. You got people with some real feelings about this. And that's going to translate into sponsor dollars. And who's going to sponsor him? Because these football players, they have to have sponsors. So who's sponsoring him? Like, with this on your head, who, like, not on your head, but like with this in your soul, on your name, right? Your name is everything, right? You only get one name. Well, you get one name by birth and you can choose another. But even if you choose another name, and let's say you're 20 and you chose another name, guess what? You have lived 20 years with that first name. You're going to run into somebody who knew you by that first name. Okay. So that's why it's kind of silly when people change their names, because the world knows you one way. But anyway, so like with him, like he has to, I just feel like that statement, I understood what he meant. He said it on the courthouse steps when they were interviewing him, and I watched that. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, there's so much more to this than just, okay, let me get back to playing ball. And some people could see that as being insensitive also. Right? I thought it was just naive. Like, he's not thinking about everything else. But some people could see this being insensitive. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like that might not have been the time to say that, right? If I were Travis Rudolph, I think I would have not said that. I would have just been very sympathetic or empathetic to sensitive to what just happened, right? You were acquitted. So you do not have to go to jail. Be prison. Be sensitive to the fact that other people are, victims' families are suffering, right? There still are people that are no longer living, right, because of interactions you were involved in. So you might want to be sensitive to that. And then you might also want to understand that maybe the victims' families they're not ready to move on just yet, and by saying that, meaning you never know, like, if people are still dealing with depression. So to hear that, to say what I'm saying is to say that on a news broadcast where it's going to be all over the paper. And I think Travis Rudolph, if he's not my age, he's like 2 years younger. Okay, we in the same age group here, but it's going to be broadcast everywhere because you are the hot topic right now. It might be better, even if you're not thinking of the victim's family, right? Even if he was thinking of his ability to go back to the NFL, right? Even if he wanted to be selfish and say, I'm only thinking about trying to get back to the NFL, you may not want to make a statement like that you want to get back to the NFL. Because even the NFL, you may have people on that board or whatever it is that may have feelings about this. So you just want to come across, and I don't know if he understands that he's now a political figure. He really is. This will never go away. And that I'm telling you, okay, it will never go away. He's got to be careful with his words. He's got to be careful with how he presents himself. He's just got to be because he's walking such a fine line. Like, you're trying to get back to your life, but you can't jump back in it when you just got finished in a tidal wave. You understand? Like, you're tired when you get into an ocean and the waves take over. That's what he's getting out of. So, like, he got out of a tsunami and all of a sudden he's standing up. Okay, let's do something else. Like, no, don't do that. So I was a little not upset. I just was disappointed a little bit. I was like, can we just show some kind of, you know, I don't know. I just felt like I don't know. It just really made me feel some kind of way. It really did. And I was a little disappointed. I was like, of all things you can say, that's why they have their lawyers talk for them. And that's the thing I don't understand. Why was his lawyer there? I don't remember if his lawyer was there when it was the end, when, he was talking. I don't know if the lawyer was there. I'm going to say the lawyer was not there. It was just him standing and his mother or something. Why wasn't his lawyer there? How's his lawyer feeling about this? Like, I don't know. So yeah, there's a lot that has to be taken into account when you start talking in your public. Like myself, y'all know I've made some flubs and said some things in readings, and I'm like, why did I say that? Like, why? Like, my worst reading I felt, and you guys let me know in the replay, was the one with what was his name? Salvador Ramos or something. Yeah, whatever, that the guy. That one was, oh my gosh, that reading took 3.5 days to 4 days for me to heal from, because I just kept getting messages, and it was like, I don't know that I have the skill set. Maybe I do. Maybe divine has blessed me with more. I didn't have the skill set where I could hear people who have passed, and I really couldn't hear him because of where he is, but I did have a dream and he was in it, so that was a bit much. But it took me a while to heal from that. It really did. So I have to just be very careful at who I'm, reading. And it was very accurate. It was a very accurate read. But I mean, when I say it's my worst read, like, emotion wise, it put me in a whole different world. And that was it. And then I was watching the news. And I'm starting to watch the news now, right? Have one birthday now, all of a sudden I'm watching the news. So I was watching the news, and in Louisiana, and I wanted to read her before. I forget how I knew about her name. I wanted to read her before. Oh, I gotta work on my twist. I wanted to read her, but I have twist in my hair, so it's like my hair is it's like, you see my hair in the picture. but now it's the same thing, but it's just twisted up. I haven't taken them out. So, and it's kind of like the roots, my roots get really, really big really quick. So, but anyway, so basically what happened was Latoya Cantrell was on, and I wanted to read her before. I don't remember what she did, but I did want to read her before. So Latoya Cantrell was there, and she is the mayor of Louisiana, of New Orleans, Louisiana. If I'm wrong, guys, correct me on the province, okay? So yeah, so basically, so she's they asked her about the violence, and especially in particular, this one situation was very sad. About a woman who lost her life, and she was just like basically saying, and I'm not gonna quote her or pull it up, but basically I'll put the link in the description. But basically she's just saying, yeah, but women also cause the problems too. I was like, wait, what? Excuse me? And I really felt like I was upset. Like, all my senses kicked in at that point. Oh, she's the mayor of New Orleans. There we go. And so she said all of that, and I was like, "Oh no, who voted for you?" Like that's what I was thinking. But they corrected. I accurately picked it up because she got in trouble for it. They made her apologize because it sounded like she was victim shaming, and I really do believe she was victim shaming. So she had to apologize, and yeah. So and she really didn't understand what she said. I think what she meant was like she said, of course, these are not I can't find the link, sorry guys. Where she was just like that these are not random acts. And I get it. I get it. It's the South and that's how it is down here. It's not random, right? You just have to find the right people who have done it. And she was just saying that, there's two people in it too, right? Two people who do it. So I get what she's saying, like share the responsibility. Okay. Was that the best time to say it? No. Because ultimately, a woman has lost her life. It could have been a man too, but it wasn't. It was a woman. And their families, and that's kind of like what I was saying. That's a good one. Okay. It's kind of like I was saying with Travis Rudolph. Like you have to watch when you say things and you're in a political figure because you're not thinking of everybody. You're saying like if it's just me and I'm on a live or whatever, I'm talking, and if there's something in the live that I think was I didn't say it right or it didn't sound right or something like that, I'm gonna delete the live. Be honest with you, I'm gonna delete it because I'm not gonna put it out there like that. But if I'm just at home and I'm having a conversation with my family and we just sitting around talking, I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I don't care who or what, disagrees with me because it'll be my opinion. So for me, it's like on YouTube or Instagram, I keep I stay very neutral because of my gifts, right? I don't want it to come across that I'm being biased or anything like that. And I have to stay neutral so I can still get the gifts and give people information, okay? Whether I agree with it or not, it's not my point, right? It's not for me to do that. But if I'm just around my family and I'm not doing a reading for them, I don't need messages for them. I'm just going to tell them how I feel. But I'm also going to think to myself how each person will react to it. Or when they talk, I know where it comes from because I know the people around me. With Latoya Cantrell, I was like, the people that you talking about, causing the problems or whatever she was saying, I'm like, these people voted for you. Like what is this going on? So it was just really bad, but I felt good when, you know, enough people said something that she had to get on the news and apologize and say she's not being biased at all. So I really, I felt like good, like she thought about it and kind of retracted it that way. But there's just so many things out there that you have to be so careful about. It's like If you're a political figure, you couldn't pay me to be a political figure. I mean, my goodness, between you got to know who to say something to, or I don't have time for that. It's like, and sometimes I feel like that's why I absolutely love our community on YouTube, because I feel like everybody who comes to my channel comes for readings. Like, you specifically come for my readings. And I love that. So I don't have to do like, day in the life. I don't have to do any of that because you're not here for that. You're just here for the readings. Like, you like my readings. My readings resonate with you. You like to hear celebrity readings or infamy readings to see if it's coming true, and they come true or it shows out itself. And I really do appreciate that, because that shows me you appreciate my gift and you appreciate who I am. And now that I'm doing lives, at one point, we'll start having a lot of people in the chat. We can definitely have conversation about it. But like today we had one person drop in, other time I've had 3 people drop in, whatever. So it has to build its own momentum. But what I'm saying is, on YouTube, like, what you're coming to Spirit Guides channel for. And I appreciate that so much, because that's what I love to do. I love to read. I love to look at the cards and to really get the message before the card comes out. And y'all seen that a lot when I do that. So, it's great, but I did try doing day in the life, and and I did it because I see that, for me, like, you see it on people's channels, and I'm like, well, maybe I can do that too, but that's not my gift. It's not my skill set, and I had to do it because I had 5 weeks of healing I had to go through, So, I mean, thank you guys. I have like a dedicated 3 people that constantly watch my day in the lives, and thank you 3 so much, because that makes me feel so good. Like, oh my goodness, at least somebody watched it. Because it takes a long time to film those day in the lives. I mean, you may think it's only a 10-minute video. The one with the laundry day, oh my goodness, that took me 5 hours to film. I was so tired because, it's like, okay, you got to get to the laundromat. Remember, I had one arm, so I was doing all of that. So I was excited when a few people watched it, and it really was like a good moment because it was like a thank you. So I really felt good about it. But trust me, I am ready to get back into these readings. I just get messages left and right. I am ready, but I just did a little shuffle today with the Kipper deck, and the Kipper deck is the larger deck, right? So that's a really big deck. I may need to order a smaller one. Because that one, for right now, like, that was hurting my forearm. It was hurting a lot when I was shuffling it. The little ones, because like at some point I started getting the little decks. Remember I told you I like the little decks? I was getting the little ones because my arm was starting to hurt after the injury. It was hurting. And then I didn't realize how bad it was until I got checked out. So anyway, so yeah, so basically that's it. So that's how I feel about Travis Rudolph. Let me know. It's in the community board. If you want me to add Travis Rudolph to the list, and I think I put Michael Vick. I did. I probably misspelled Michael, so just know it's Michael Vick. To add him to it. And see, that's something also, like I was saying, like, when I was saying how some people might feel differently, how does Michael Vick feel about this? He's lost his career, because of the dogs, So, well, his role with the dogs, which is totally cruel, 100% cruel. And I'm glad there's some kind of prison sentences for things like that. But, how does he feel? About Travis Rudolph, um, being able to walk around, So I think he probably needs a good PR manager. Maybe that's what I'm saying. He needs like a manager or something to just help him out, where he doesn't have to, think so much. All he wants to do is work. Oh, same thing with Colin Kaepernick. That's right. That's the other one I was thinking about. How do you think Colin Kaepernick feels? Colin Kaepernick, from what I know, and let me double check before I go saying something that's wrong. Colin Kaepernick is not back in the NFL. And all he did was take a knee. Hold on, let me see. It says American civil rights activist. This gentleman is not even, oh my goodness. He is a free agent. Yep. See what I'm saying? He's a free agent. And this man, all he did was stand up for his right to not engage in the Pledge of Allegiance. He took a knee. That's all he did. And NFL was like, nope. You're not coming back, right? Let's see what Michael Vick is doing. Hold on a second. I was thinking about that. So we got him doing that. Let's see. Michael. Of course I spelled that wrong. Okay, there we go. Michael Vick. Okay, Michael Dwayne Vick. He played for the Ravens, yeah? I'm not sure. It says Michael Vick wishes he listened to one person about dogfighting. Michael Dwayne Vick, born June 26, 1980, I knew he was around my age, is an American former professional, he's not even in the NFL anymore, professional football player who was a quarterback in the NFL, and his rushing yards. And then he played for Atlanta. Why did I think he was with the Ravens? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, it's just saying that he's not working anymore. Yeah. Oh, he's a coach now. Okay, good for him. Good for him. It says I think he's a coach. Let me see what his Instagram's looking like. Hold on a second, guys. Let's see. Oh, that's not that Mike Vick. This is a guy named Mike Vick. That's not good. Oh, he's still talking about some people? It says that he has some comments on somebody's podcast. Please stop, people. Please. Yes, little boy. Yes. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, so it just says he's a former player, but it says he might be a coach. So that's good. So, you know what? Maybe he can go into coaching, Travis Rudolph. Maybe, in a few years, maybe he can go into coaching. He's got that job he can do. He can also be an announcer. I wonder if you have to be in good standing to be an announcer, like, for the NFL. But yeah, and how old is Travis Rudolph? I feel like he only had a few more seasons anyway in him. Let's see. How old is Travis Rudolph? Whoa. He is nowhere near my age. Travis Rudolph is 27 years old. Oh my goodness. I did not know. Oh. He's worth 5 million. But I did not know that he was 27 years old. He is 27 years old. Oh, he's got time ahead of him. He's fine. He's got time. I think they start aging him out at 32. So he's got some time. Yeah, he could do it. He can. Well, how old's Colin Kaepernick? I think if he gets back in and Colin Kaepernick does not, that would be interesting. That would be a statement. I don't think it's gonna happen, but that would be a statement. Let's see. How old is Colin? Oh, he looks good now. Okay. Colin Kaepernick's age. Let's see. Oh, he is 35. No, Colin is, he's done. He's 35. Yeah, he's gonna, whatever he's doing now, he'll be doing that for the rest of his career. But Travis Rudolph has time. He's 27. So he's got time. I think he needs an agent and an image consultant and an image and a brand manager, because he's a brand right now. He's a political brand. So I think he needs to get one of the, like, a team like that together, and he'll be okay. He's only 27. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Yeah, he'll be fine. Even if that means, he needs to do something else for a while, he'll be fine to go. It just depends on how the NFL feels. How the NFL feels about his acquittal. And that's going to be a very tough position to be in, because how you feel one day, you may not feel that way the next day, right? Or the next year, right? It's year by year with organizations like the NFL, because it's political. So whoever is in charge of the NFL that year, you know, whoever is in charge or whoever's decisions matter, their personal opinion will matter as well. And then you have the team coaches and the owners. Do Are they going to want to have, what happens when he goes to games? Is it going to be unnecessary targeting? So I don't know. He's 27. That's the good news. He's got time. That's the very good news. I just hope he makes really good decisions. He needs a brand coach. He needs a manager. He needs someone to be on his team to help him so that he can make the right decisions. Now it's going to be like he's walking on lava, like hot lava, for like the next 5 years, I would say. He's really got to be careful with what he says, where he goes, what he does, because he's just, it's kind of like, it reminds me of what's that man's name? Rodney King, right? Rodney King, who is a gentleman who unfortunately was beaten up by police in California, and it's Los Angeles, but like Watts, I think, I'm not sure. But he was, had his problem, and he had a head injury from it, and he's actually passed away. And they said it was a resulting of the head injury. Um, so yeah, and that can happen. You can get a head injury and be okay for 25 years, and then all of a sudden the head injury takes over, right? So unfortunately, that's the reality right there. But he went through this horrible beating and everything, and yeah, he passed away in 2012. Yeah. Um, and 1991. Yep, that's when it happened. 1991. Yeah. But anyway, so he went through all of this. So what I'm saying is that Rodney King became a figure, a political figure, right? Of injustice, not justice, of injustice. So at one point he was getting into fights everywhere. He was beating people up. He was just really acting out because of his head injury. But then he also had interviews where he couldn't go places, and people were always giving him their opinions, saying, we feel so sorry for you, the way they dragged you out that truck. And like, and people don't understand. You're talking to someone who has a brain injury, first of all. Second of all, you're not sure how much he understands that you're saying. And second of all, even if he understands everything you're saying, he may have PTSD. So you're bringing him back to a moment in time where he's working hard to forget. Okay. And even though people are not doing it to be rude, they're doing it because it was horrible. Everybody saw it at that time. Everybody thought it was horrible, you know, and they really want to let you know they're on their side, they're on your side, but still it's making the person relive it. And then the head injury kicks in. So, Rodney King became this symbol of injustice. Every time people saw him walking, they saw the bruises he still had. He had bruises up until his death, right? He had bruises, he had discoloration. I mean, really, it was bad, And that's what he had said, basically, in interviews and things, that he just became something he wasn't used to. This was just a hardworking man minding his business. Rodney King. He was not anyone special. He was a trucker, minding his business, making his money, running his load. And all of a sudden, all these police want to gang up on him, So when incidents happen like that and they become national news, that person, like Michael Vick, like who we've been talking about, Michael Vick, Latoya Cantrell, Travis Rudolph, Rodney King, they all become these political figures. They all, like, their presence becomes like a manifestation of something that happened, of an event that happened in their life, you know? So I just think this is something Travis Rudolph has to think about, how he's going to move forward. I think he's going to be fine, but he really has to be very sensitive to how he moves because he's 27. So he's got enough of a lifetime ahead of him that this can just be a hiccup in his life, and he learned a lesson and he moved forward, and just be wary of individuals and their motives. But again, like I said, I have a message for him, and I might just record it and put it out on Sunday. But yeah, it'd probably just be to the community. Um, yeah. But that's why, like I said, I don't, not everything I post, not everything I post, um, because I have to be aware as well. It's YouTube. Anybody can watch YouTube, and I do believe sometimes some of the readings I do, the people I'm reading on watch it, so I do believe that. And it could be, possible. So, and oh yeah, Allison Hockler and what's the other one? Sarah Boone. Okay. So we have like 7 people lined up if you choose Travis Rudolph and or Michael Vick. So it'll be 7 people with Travis Rudolph. If you choose Michael Vick, it'll be 8. Okay. So those are the people. And then I'll ask you if you want me to take somebody out the group. It's just someone you're not really interested in anymore. I'll take them out the group rather. So anyway, but all right, guys, it is almost 8 o'clock. Like I said, we have had one person hop in and say hey, and yeah, so a lot of you watch it on the replay, and that's fine as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. Have a very, very good July 4th. Eat a lot of hot dogs and hamburgers and corn and everything else. I know I'm going to do it. I've been cooking. I've gotten some stuff together. Everybody's going to be home tomorrow, so I'm excited. Nobody has to work, nothing. Getting some ice, which I should have gotten today was ice. But I like the Sonic ice, so I want to wait to tomorrow to get the Sonic ice. Because since we have a new refrigerator, I have no room in my freezer for ice. So we will get that tomorrow so that we could put it in a little, cooler and everything. And I'm gonna get some ice cream, like for Oreo and the cat, get ice cream for them. Because they ate all their ice cream. So that's the last thing. So the ice and the ice cream is what I need to get. But I made corn today, boiled it, put my seasonings, whatever. For dinner, I made corned beef and hash brown. And I made a little bit of eggs, just in case, I mean, I don't like eggs in my corned beef hash, but it wasn't for me. So, yes, I made some eggs with it. The dog got some eggs as well. Whenever I make stuff like that, I always make a little bit and put in her plate. Yes, that's what we had with some cabbage. It was so good. But tomorrow I'm going to eat and I'm going to just gorge out on all that food that I made. I do want to make, I wanted to make some fried fish, but it was so hot here. I was not frying nobody's fish. So, we're gonna have a few people over, so maybe I'll do it like, I don't know if I'm even do it, to be honest with you. I might go to Hip Hop Fish and Chicken or something and get some fish from there because I don't feel like cooking it. But I do want to make a seafood boil, and I have all the ingredients. So I think I'm gonna get up tomorrow like 7, 8 o'clock and just make a big old pot of some seafood boil. And I made like the Cajun rice already. That's in the refrigerator. Yeah, we're gonna be eating tomorrow the Cajun rice, and um, it's a lot of good food in there. It's a lot of good food. So, and I have it. It's so cute. I have it in storage containers that are actual July 4th. Like That sometimes they have like those storage containers, and they're like, seasonal. So I'm that person. I'll pick up. It'll be like October, and they'll have like July 4th, and I'll pick that up because I'm like, oh, next year we can use this. Yeah, so it's all in like these Star Spangled Banner totes and stuff in the refrigerator. So we have absolutely no room in that refrigerator. Freezer, forget it. Is no room in that new freezer. We just got it 2 days ago. They put it in Friday, and right now everything is full. No room in the freezer, no room in the refrigerator. Like, it's crazy. So we're ready. It's just a few things, like I said, I need to get, and I also need to get. I want to get some stuff in a dollar store, um, like to get just like a little candy bar, like get a little candy bar, because there's gonna be a few kids here tomorrow, so get a little candy bar together. But I mean, I bought like ice cream, like ice pops rather, not ice cream. I bought ice pops. So I bought like 4 packs of the ice pops because it's only gonna be like 5 kids, like 5 little kids here. So I think 5 packs of ice pops, and there's like 18 in each pack. So I think that's good. So all right, everybody. Well, I will see you. It is over an hour. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching on the replay. See you next time. Spirit Guide out. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Bye.